everybody, it's Tanner with Western Motor, and for this week's Around the Block, we wanted to do something special for Sean Collins. So we took him for a ride in a 2021 Ford Bronco. Four-wheel drive, black in color, under 2,000 miles, leather interior, big screen. This car is awesome.
Hey there,
Here you
Sean.
go, Tanner. Something for you
Thanks.
to hold, bud.
Good to see you.
How y'all doing?
Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
We're a little early, is that what you were saying?
Well, for the festival.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But as am I, so let's get this going.
Let's get this going. We are rocking and rolling here with Sean Collins, the president of the board for Tumbleweed Festival.
Certainly.
Thank you for joining us again, Sean.
My pleasure.
Hey, Tumbleweed Festival coming up here in a few weeks, August 27th and 28th. Did I get my dates right?
Yeah.
And, you know, you've had really almost 2 years, I guess, to prepare for this one, sort of. How exciting is it to have Tumbleweed Festival back? And tell us what we can expect from this year's festival.
Well, it's always exciting to be back. We love putting on the festival. It's the hardest work I've ever done. Second hardest work I've ever done.
Oh, second hardest work you've ever done.
And but it's by far and away the best thing that we've got going on all year. We've got 2 days this year packed full of family fun, festival food. Del Castillo is going to be headlining twice.
Really?
Truly, they really picked up. See, we had Jackson Taylor and the Sinners lined up for last year,
Right.
But obviously last year didn't happen, but they went ahead and said, yeah, we'd love to come again, keep the same contract, we'll be right there. And then last minute, about a couple weeks ago, he developed some sort of polyp on his vocal cords.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Right, he's like out for a while.
Yeah, until September.
No.
And it's one of those things you do, and you have live events. Something's going to go wrong. But we had Del Castillo, who was our Friday night headliner and has been here before, is coming back.
Awesome.
Offer to headline both nights, and we couldn't be happier with that situation.
Yeah, so you
other than Jackson, having
right.
problems.
But you got the curveball thrown at you, and you hit it out of the park, basically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you talk about some of the artists you've got lined up. You've got Del Castillo. Who are some of the staple acts that we've got, and what do you kind of look for in a band when it comes to Tumbleweed?
Great question. What we look for is a nice, kind of a wide array of musicians and styles. We do a rule of thirds. So every Tumbleweed Festival, you're going to see 1/3 of the bands have been here before in the past. 1/3 of the bands have been there the year before. And another third of the bands are brand new.
Okay.
So you see somebody you saw last year, you see somebody that you saw a few years back, and you see somebody that you've never seen before, at least here. So we keep our lineup fresh like that. And then we also try pretty hard, and we did it very well this year, to have a 50-50 split in between female and male artists.
Oh, nice.
So
that's something you actually keep in mind. I mean, that's something you think through.
Yeah, but honestly, this year we had thought it through, of course, but this year we didn't really try. It just kind of happened.
Organic.
Yeah, and so once we kind of got to the end of our lineup and we said, what do we need to cut? Do we need to add anything? It was perfect.
It's nice when things work out that way.
It doesn't happen very often, so I'll take it when we can get it.
Your involvement in Tumbleweed Festival. Give us the background. How did you get involved in this? Obviously, I understand that you love music.
Sir.
But how did you get involved in this festival?
We had it was probably 6 or 7 years ago. I lent the Tumbleweed Festival my drum set.
Okay.
As a backline kit for all the bands to use.
You let them touch your drum set?
My drums they're drums. Like I literally hit them with sticks. You're not gonna mess them up too bad. So yeah, certainly I lent the festival my kit, and got there to set it up, and of course was put on other duties. Ended up managing a stage that year, and 2 years later, I was the board president.
Just like that.
And that's how we suck people in still to this day.
So you volunteer for just a little bit, and then the next thing you know, you're the president of the board.
Depends on how well you volunteer.
Right. Oh, well, it's always a sliding scale.
So your interest level obviously shot way up, though, or I mean, or you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now, right?
Certainly. It's one of those things. I'd done event production before. I'd put on a couple smaller music festivals before, and what I get out of it is I love seeing everything work, seeing other people have a good time. The music that we have at Tumbleweed Festival, the artists are amazing. They're top-notch, world-renowned. But I don't like most of the music that we play there, But nobody would come to this festival if it was music that I liked.
Which is good that you understand that.
Yes.
You have to know your audience.
You got to know my limits as well, and my limits in taste. But I absolutely love watching musicians of all different styles play live. They do such a great job, and you can tell everybody who is on that stage is bringing everything. They're bringing their passion to that stage. And
when did you first pick up a set of sticks? Like, how long have you been doing it? Just walk us through that. How does one become a drummer?
41 now, 31 years. I
Wow, so
played
you
drums.
really did start early.
Yeah. Fifth grade band, just like everybody else.
Yep.
Funny quick story. I went to Foster's Music. That's how long ago this was.
Okay.
And walked in, and the guy Todd Peach was running it.
Todd
and
Peach, former classmate of mine.
Excellent. Todd's a good guy.
Yes.
Actually, this shows you how good he is. So, walked in, and I wanted to play saxophone. And so I told him I wanted to play saxophone, and he got a saxophone and put the hardest, nastiest reed he could find on it. And I tried to blow it and could not make a sound. And so he just looked at me. He's like, "Well, you can't play saxophone, so you have to be a drummer." And come to find out, my senior year, I talked to him, and he said that was all on purpose. He saw me get out of my mom's pickup truck and said, "That kid's going to be a drummer." And Todd is a drummer, so thank you so much, Todd.
He's a darn good drummer.
Appreciate what you did for me, because otherwise I might be playing in a ska band somewhere. That's about the only thing you do with the saxophone.
You used to be in my seat as marketing director for Western.
No, I thought you meant in this car. It was like, that's
No,
it's pretty nice.
No, you used to be the marketing director at Western Motor, and so now you have your own marketing firm, Collins Marketing Creative.
Correct.
And so, tell me, how did your past experience, at Western and other places, prepare you to have your own firm, and how do those marketing skills help you in your position with Tumbleweed?
Certainly. I do a lot of the marketing for Tumbleweed. Just mainly the ad buying, ad writing. I try to leave the social media posting to one of our other board members, simply because I don't have the time.
Right.
It takes a lot.
It does.
But what happened is, at Western Motor, Troy and Susan gave me the opportunity to be the marketing director. There was not a marketing director position before that.
Okay.
We started doing this video where I would go out and, guerrilla surprise people with a camera and put it in their face, put it on the internet, and through that kind of editing and doing more and more with that medium, I just got people asking me to do videos for them, and so I started kind of teaching myself how to do video.
That's how it always starts.
Yeah. And got some more and better equipment.
That always helps.
Yes, it does. Started flying drones. Got my drone pilot license through the FAA, and just decided I'd go out and start making videos, and so that's what we're doing now.
So now one thing, and we've known each other for a number of years, and when we asked you to tell us something about yourself that we might not know, even I was surprised. You say that despite your on-camera presence and your marketing skills, you're a bit of an introvert.
I am.
Which really surprised me.
Yeah. I'm good at being an extrovert.
You're an extroverted introvert.
But I'd rather not.
You're good at playing an extrovert?
I play an extrovert on TV.
There you go.
No, I really enjoy being the president because I kind of get to be behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the artists that we have, because I don't have much contact with them, are surprised a lot of times that I'm kind of behind the scenes overseeing the show. I wouldn't say I'm running it. We have an amazing board of volunteers and an amazing group of volunteers that really do the work. I just kind of sit back. If you see me relaxed, everything's going well. Let's put it that way. So my goal is to be relaxed throughout the festival, and we've got the right crew to make that happen.
And if things aren't going well, then what do we see?
Things aren't going well, you will see me in a blur. I move faster than you think I do. I'm walking very quickly or riding my gator pretty fast, and not paying attention to anybody talking to me unless they're the people that I need to talk to.
Right.
So your roots, I didn't realize that your roots run so deep in Garden City. I mean, generations back, on both sides of your family. So, which is great. Did you feel, because of that, did that in any way make you feel like you were destined to set up shop for yourself here in Garden City?
I don't know about professionally. I mean, professionally, my business just kind of came about because of circumstance. I saw a need for what I was dabbling in, so I decided to go more toward that. Coming back to Garden City after college, and I took a job to where I traveled a lot all around the country, and I realized that, this is kind of where I'd like to be. So came back, and my family has a history of being on boards, being involved in the city, in city board, city commission, Lions Club, all of that kind of stuff. And I kind of thought that it was my duty to continue that legacy, and it was the best thing I ever did. Becoming involved in the community, not only got me a chunk of, I hope, a chunk of respect for the efforts that I put into Garden City, but it also helped me with my business. If you do a couple things pretty well, people start calling you.
Yeah.
As far as I go 5 generations back on mom's side, and 4 on dad's. My great-great-great-grandparents were one of the first families around here.
Okay.
Great-granddad ran the zoo for years and years and years. Had furniture stores and I think a sporting goods store for a little bit downtown. So got a lot of love for Garden City.
One of the things that you mentioned was that you are a huge fan of the Blues Brothers. As are we. So obviously today we're on a mission from God. How do 4 fried chickens and a Coke sound to you?
Almost as good as 2 dry pieces of white toast.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Excellent. So what was it about that movie that resonated with you?
Oh, man, we used to have these long, hour-and-a-half long periods of classes at the high school, and jazz band was one of those. And we were decent, and so we'd practice for maybe 30 minutes of that, and then our band director at the time would just put on a movie, and he loved Blues Brothers, so We just
And
got
as a jazz band director, makes a lot of sense.
precisely. I mean, he could totally pull that off as education.
There's some educational value
in
there.
that setup.
And it was in so many ways. So many ways was I educated by that movie. My favorite part of Tumbleweed Festival is the people that I work with to make it happen. Nobody gets paid. We don't have an executive director. The entire festival is put on by volunteer hours and volunteer hours alone. And it means that, you know, everybody working on it, it's a passion. It's a love. You know, they do it because they love bringing experiences to the community and they love good music.
That's what you like the best about it. What kind of feedback do you get from the community? What is everybody's favorite part of Tumbleweed? I mean, it's probably different things. It's got a little bit of everything for everybody, right?
You know, a lot of, you know, the other reason that I really love it, and I've heard this from other people, is just the great family experience you have there. It's one of those places where you show up and there's just kids running around everywhere. You know, you don't really have to worry. You can sit back, you know, grab a locally brewed beer, have a sip, watch some music. We have a stage just for the kids. Garden City Arts comes in and does all of the kids' activities.
They're fantastic, aren't they?
They're amazing. We love partnering with them. They help us with the kids' activities and art there at the festival. And, you know, for Art in the Park, we come in and handle all of the live music entertainment there.
So it is a true partnership between the two organizations.
Yeah.
What we do is we stay in our lane. You know
what you're good at.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we help each other out because I don't know the first thing about making activities for kids. Garden City Arts, Katie, she does. She knocks that out of the park. And vice versa. You know, it always stressed her out hiring musicians because she didn't really deal with that. So we just got together and helped each other out.
So how can folks follow what's new with the Tumbleweed Festival and learn more about what's coming up here in a few weeks? Tell us how they can get more information.
Sure. You can always look us up on Facebook and Instagram, the Tumbleweed Festival, or go to tumbleweedfestival.com. And we've got our schedule there. We've got all of these bands listed out with links to their websites, so you can go in, look at what they sound like, and you know, if you like that type of music, come see them. Know when they're going to play. So website, social media, and you're going to be hearing my voice on the radio an annoying amount of times.
As an insider, what are your inside tips to festival goers, you know, for how to navigate the festival and what to look for and how to get the most out of it?
Great question. Come both days. We've Friday and Saturday are two pretty separate days. Even though we have the same headliner, they're going to play two different styles almost. Friday is just kind of a chill out night. You know, we've got some great music to just sit back, relax, and have a good time. Saturday, we've got a lot of the same, but it amps up a little bit. There's a lot of great lawn seating there. However, bring some chairs. Do not bring your pets. It's in the zoo.
Right.
And, you know, sometimes we always have somebody trying to bring their dog, and it kills me to send them back, but can't have dogs in the zoo. Right. Bring your kids. Kids 10 and under get in for free. This is something that we really want to engage the children of the community and show them, you know, what live music is like. You know, it never occurred to me when I was 10 years old that I could be in a band playing on a stage.
Yeah.
Until I started, you know, seeing other musicians do the same thing.
Well, we are back where we picked you up, Sean, back here near the Tumbleweed Festival entrance.
It is over here on the southwest corner of the zoo.
Yes. August 27th and 28th. come out and support the Tumbleweed Festival. Enjoy the event once again. And Sean, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. It was great talking to you.
Nice seeing you again.
Pleasure.
Meet Western Motor. We've been family owned and operated for 80 years, which means we know a thing or two about getting you into the perfect new or pre-owned vehicle. And if it ever needs service, our team of certified technicians are here. Shop our inventory at westernmotor.com.